What's going on, family? Thank you for tuning in to today's live. You're locked in with the Coach Smook Network, and I'm your host, Coach Smook, your favorite Alabama insider and sports media personality. Before we get rolling, do me a quick favor. Tap that like button, share the stream out, and if you're new here, make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you never miss any of the action. Now listen, if you really rock with what we're building here, I invite you to take the opportunity to support the channel by becoming a member of the AAA family. Our mantra is authenticity above all. Everything we do, our content and our community, is built on creating and enjoying quality, authentic conversations, real insight, and real information surrounding sports entertainment. Your membership directly assists in the growth of the Coach Smook Network, and every hard-earned dollar you contribute is not only appreciated, it's paid forward. We proudly make monthly contributions to various community health and awareness organizations because impact matters. If you want to get even more involved with the community, be sure to join our Discord. You can type the command right now in the live chat or head over to our main YouTube page and click the Linktree link in the description. And for those who want to support the network directly, you can donate through multiple options: Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App. Every bit of support helps us continue to grow and elevate this platform. Thank you all for the love and the support and the energy you bring every single time. Now buckle up because it's time to get into the show. Somebody type it in the chat. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. Let's get it.
Authenticity above all, that's where I stand. If you ain't a real fan, you'll fail with the fan. They tried to box me in and I kicked the dough off the frame. Turn the pressure into power, put my stamp on the game. Put me in the game, coach, in the game. Put me in the game, coach, Smook, that's what they saying. Put me in the game, coach, in the game. Put me in the game, coach, that's what they saying.
Players and the staff are pulling up right now for today's scrimmage. Coach David Ballou in the front. Y'all can see everybody pulling up, man. Them boys over there, look at Deontay.
Hey, y'all, I'm walking out of Walmart. Check, what's your name, bro?
Man, my name Michael McKinney, man. I'm a true Alabama fan, and this man does a good job on his podcast.
What's up, bro?
Reviewing Alabama football. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Appreciate that, bro. Roll Tide, man.
What's good, everybody? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Let's get to it, let's get to it. Hey, don't mind the setup, y'all. Y'all know your boy. It's in transition right now, man. We moving into our new spot. So we in our temporary spot right now. Shout out to my fam for providing space for your boy. We sitting up here doing it, man. Still doing it. Just got back from Nashville last weekend. Jumping into this thing, man. Breaking our content back, our live shows back. January 23rd is our official. Not January. February 23rd. I'm sorry, y'all. For that. February 23rd is our official crank. We're cranking our live shows back. Yeah, man. I still think we in doggone January, but appreciate y'all for tapping in. I'm just getting all the sound effects right now. How does the audio sound, everybody? Yeah, how does audio sound? Y'all let me know how we sounding right now. Appreciate everybody for pulling up YouTube side. Really hoping to get some of these TikTok trolls in here tonight so we can really have a debate. Some real good conversation. I think I'm gonna turn the camera a little bit this way. We in the living room. Shout out to my Uncle Stanley and my auntie. Mary Gillis, Auntie Fifi. Amanda said, computer acting up, switching browsers. Okay. What is our connection looking like, Chad? This is my first stream from utilizing their Wi-Fi services, so not sure what it's looking like. Y'all let me know how we looking. Are we choppy? Are we good? Everything sounds good. Everything's good. I appreciate y'all for being here tonight. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Mary J, let's do a roll call real quick. We ain't did one in 2 weeks now. I know y'all really y'all like, oh, Smook about to tap out on us. We gotta go watch these other lame channels now. Nah, I'm back. I promise you, we back. You know, there's some other good channels out there, but ain't nobody doing it like the Coach Smook Network and the AAA family. So let's jump into it tonight. What's up, Zach? Roll Tide to my boy Zach. Appreciate you for tapping in, my brother. Bishop FDR, what's good, man? Roll Tide, Boomer Sooner to you. Salute to you, man. What's up, my guy Greg in the chat? What's good, Greg? Roll Tide, my brother. Facts, Nate Oats can't win a natty unless his teams catches fire and stays hot throughout the tournament. Facts, Eric D. And we're going to talk about it tonight. I'm glad you in here publicly speaking out about it. A lot of these casual Bama fans who are just okay with winning, don't care how you win, they just want to win. And when you get into tournament play, this ain't football. This is basketball. The type of runs you can go on and really close teams out. You saw what South Carolina did to our women's team. If you all watched that tough matchup, I knew it was going to be a tough game going in. But you see this team actually, when we're healthy, this women's team is actually solid. So I want to get into it. What's up, James Knox? Good to see you. Roll Tide, man. Isaac, my guy, what's good, Isaac? Hey, how does my audio sound? It sounds real flat to me. It might sound good to y'all, but it sounds, maybe it's just my headphones. Yeah, we changed up a lot of stuff, y'all. We got a few things. What's up, Brick? Good to see you. Get all my squad tapping in. The moderators popping up tonight. What's up, Roll Tide? Good to see you. Come on, let's roll them, scroll them. What's up, Davin? Good to see you, man. Roll Tide. I said it sound good. I'm gonna trust y'all, man. Roll Tide. Even the music and everything sound good in there, or is it too loud? Let me talk about it. That's all the comments we got right now, Mary J. You good? Okay, Davin said we all good. All right, bet. Let's go. Isaac is in the chat. What's good, man? Looking good with the braids. What braids you see, man? You don't think Coach Curry can? I don't think she has the same skill sets available, man. You got to look at how you been, Mike Jones. Good to see you. We're gonna talk about it. Let's just have a conversation. We don't have no show format tonight. We're just gonna be having conversation. So let's get into it, man. Bring up the other comment about Coach Curry and the women's team real quick, Mary J. Let's see if we can get us a good hour of just good conversation, y'all. So I say this, chat. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna stick by what I say. Our women's basketball coach can't coach in big games, in my opinion. If you look at the type of team she's had, last year was probably the most offensively skilled team she's had, Coach Curry. And over the past, I want to say 6 or 7 years, now I've been watching women's basketball, Bama's women's ball for probably like a solid 5 years strong, like watching it, paying close attention to it. Really getting to see the style of Coach Curry and how she wants to operate her teams to operate. And I don't think she's had a offensive skill set past last year, even with Filet. What's her name? I forget her name. She got Zay Green last year. We had Sarah Ashley Barker. And a lot of the players that you see kind of taking steps up this year weren't available last year. Jessica Timmons being the primary one. Essence Cody was beat up a lot last year. She was a big part of the growth or the turnover group that Coach Curry wanted to kind of bring in and hone in with some of the talent that she has on roster right now. And last year was probably their best chance to make that push. And you saw in games where they were outmatched, they played in a lot of those games. They didn't get blown out in a lot of games. This year, skill set wise, I think that we're missing a lot of developed skill sets to be able to make a strong push and to kind of separate with some of the more skill set teams. But the philosophy in everything, I see immediate game adjustments. I see quicker in-game adjustments from Coach Curry than I see from other staffs across the SEC. Case in point, in the second quarter, you saw we had a slow start offensively. We played that zone in the first quarter against South Carolina. She goes into the second quarter and she dials up the half-court pressure in man, right? And then you start even showing that you wanted to kind of suffocate the paint and force them to shoot from outside, which is something that South Carolina doesn't do a lot Do they do it effectively? Yes. When they're forced to, they are able. But tonight, they did not shoot well from three. I think they ended up shooting like 31% before the spread began in the fourth quarter. But I look at it, man, I think Coach Curry is probably one of the better coaches. Personnel management, a lot of times her hands are tied because her bigs stay in trouble, in foul trouble. So personnel management in key moments where you need the boards, where you need to be able to display ball security, that's where we're seeing a lot of her big losses come in. So overall, man, those are things that you just find the right personnel, you get the right people in, and you'll start to see those things get start to fix on their own. But the ladies, I think Texas is up next. I can't remember the next game, but they have a lot. The last 4 games of the season are ranked matchups going into the conference schedule. You want to try to get that first week bye to get some things ironed out. So going to need to win these next few games heavily. Going to need them to pad their resume. Let's get into the main topic of conversation. I want to talk about this, and I don't even think we're gonna have. Am I gonna have music on for this? I want to talk to these Bama fans on Twitter, man. Big Brooks 334 says Coach Curry is doing as good as a job, as good as you can hope for. There isn't any parity in women's basketball with most of the talent going to the same schools. Just my opinion. I agree. I'll say this too. The first thing I think of is like just the fact that we're not a Tennessee or a North Carolina or a Kentucky or a Duke or a UConn. Alabama, to be in the position that the women's team has been in the past couple years, Coach Curry is going above what some of her resources is, or was being made as far as resources. We talk about the football program not competing NIL wise. The women's basketball program is so limited. The fact that we are able to get these caliber players and develop them, that speaks more to Coach Curry's method and philosophies of development than what we're seeing from the men's team, which I don't have much positive to say. I expect more from Nate Oats and the men's team. I think we're a far more talented team than what we display against other talented teams, and it's a big philosophy issue for me. So we're going to get into that conversation tonight. So before we do that, I want to give y'all an opportunity, man, to support us, man. Shout out to Walk-Ons for being a sponsor here on the Coach Smook Network. They're going to be helping us get ready for A-Day, y'all. We got A-Day information coming up next week, so y'all stick around. But before we get into the show, let's give a shout out to our sponsors, man. Shout out to Walk-Ons for being a sponsor of the Coach Smook Network. Check it out.
Remember, when you see me in the streets, holler at me. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook.
At Walk-On's Sports Bistro, the games are on, the food's delicious, and here you are always part of the team. Welcome to Walk-On Sports Bistro, where every day is game day. Whether it's a post-win celebration, drinks after work, or taking the fam for some made-from-scratch favorites, Walk-On's is your go-to for good times, craft beer and cocktails, and bold flavors for fans of all ages. From melty mozzarella logs to Hall of Fame level burgers. Stop by today or order online or in the app. Walk-On's Sports Bistro. Game on.
You talking about Jalen Miro and the Pips?
The perfect weak side linebacker, right? Put him next to the mic.
It's not going to take us a lot of time, but I want to say that I'm excited about what.
Okay, forgive me, my brother. What's on your mind?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just feel sorry for all the other content creators now that we have this mega star back in our presence.
Yo, all right, y'all, we back, and shout out to everybody that's pulling up, man. We got a late night show. Let me know if y'all can hear me with the mic like this, y'all. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. I'm trying some new stuff out. Yeah, like I said, man, y'all see we in a temporary spot. We in transition, making our moves, y'all. I'm excited. I'm excited. Some guys really been blessed in the network, been blessed in the personal life, and everybody connected to it. It's gonna be a good conversation tonight. I really want to talk to y'all. Let's talk about it, man. I've been getting a lot of backlash about my thoughts on Alabama men's basketball team, and I'm ready to address it, man. I am going to stick with my guns, and I don't believe Nate Oats' philosophy, his system, and how that he's trying to have this team play the game of basketball. I don't think is going to sustain nor win any big matchups going forward, or it hasn't done it in the past. When it has won big games, there have been some consistencies. We won on the rebound, right? Something that his system does not it does not advocate for, right? High volume, high transition, tempo, dribble penetration offensively. Defensively, what's our philosophy? I have not yet seen under Nate Oats roster, right? Unless you just, I want to say Bediako had that 1 year where he was more so of a presence on the offensive glass. But even then, man, it wasn't with consistency. My thing, Gary Davis says, only thing holding Nate Oats back is not being completely healthy. That's false. That's false. I think you have enough assets on that roster. You went out and you went and got 3 bigs. You retained Aiden Sherrill. You got 2 other bigs. I don't think you're utilizing guys on the offensive side to really to their skill sets. I don't think you're using them to their strengths. You got Bo Bowen, who feels comfortable enough to freaking let it go from the 3 when he's in with his limited time. I know he hasn't been fully healthy, but why is this 6'11", 7-footer, right? Why is he not being taught or pushed, or why are we not making him dive, set solid screens, stop slipping screens, stop, showing the screen and not getting any type of delay, allowing double teams to cause turnovers. This team offensively, as much excitement as we can produce when we're hot, when this team needs to play quality basketball, is non-existent. Say what you want, Twitter haters, you trolls that don't know basketball, talking about Nate Oats has won the most games than any Alabama coach that we've had in the history of Alabama. Nobody said that he wasn't winning games. My gripe, my complaint, and I'm going to keep saying it for all you non-basketball folks, all you goofies that talk about being fans of the team. Every win, just because you win, yeah, you can be happy to win, but that don't mean it was a good win. Let's talk about this Arkansas game yesterday, and I'm going to pull these stats up so I can shut y'all up about this stuff, because there's no way you look at how this game turned out and think that Alabama, that was a quality win for the team. Hats off to them. Fought back, was down by 14 at one point in the first half. Fought back, came back, double overtime, you win the game. But past that, I love the fight. I love the grit. I love to see teams. I love to see our boys go out there and not quit, not give up, because there have been teams in the past under Nate Oats that have been skilled but not necessarily battle tested, and they've shown they didn't have the mental fortitude to finish games, and we've seen blowouts and things happen in the midst of good teams, talented rosters. So let me go ahead and pull this stat sheet up from the game the other night. As a matter of fact, I might need to go dual screen, so I might have to pause it for a second, get over on a dual screen, and make sure y'all continue to run the likes up for me, man. I know the viewership is probably low tonight. We wasn't expecting to go live tonight. I just wanted to get some content on the page, and we're going to get this clipped up and break it down and put some clips out there so we can continue to put these dumb viewers or these dumb supporters or whatever, man. I know it's harsh for me to call folks dumb or say goofy like that, but that's just how I talk. It ain't nothing personal. That's just where I'm from. Tough skin. That's how we talk. But it really is amazing to see people that claim to know the game of basketball, right? And can't see the flaws, the many flaws. It's not just 1 or 2 flaws in this philosophy. It's many flaws in this philosophy that do not speak national championship, do not speak Final Four, Elite 8, right? Everybody talks about what is done in the past, the previous years. If you go look at these games, right, and listen to what I said before you even start trying to combat what I'm saying. If we're not shooting hot, if the only thing that's going for your team when wins is that they're having a great shooting night, you are not a good team. Because we know how the game of basketball is. You can go through a 3 or 4 game stretch. We saw Mark Sears happen to Mark Sears last year, 6 games where he didn't have double digits or some crazy junk like that. Shot like 28% from 3-point line. And then all of a sudden it turns back on and it looks good when it's hot. But when you have to slow down and play strategic, you have to do strategy, you have to implement half court sets, you have to slow the ball down defensively. Where are our adjustments at? Coach Nate Oats has been as successful as he's been at the University of Alabama. You guys can go and show me maybe 3 or 4 plays or 3 or 4 iterations in one game where we see a half court set ran to perfection or with a quality ending in a quality shot attempt at the rim, or I mean wherever, if it's a 3-point or at the rim. And I would say that maybe you might get 5 or 6 instances, and this is against any level of competition. We've seen them just get sporadic and play kind of pickup ball style. And I'm gonna keep saying it. Y'all could live by the 3, die by the 3. Anytime you're taking 30 plus 3-point attempts in a game, and what's coming from it is your overall percentages are heavily weighted because of your 3-point shot attempts and the volume. It's not going to look good. And it might pad up some stats in certain games against certain teams who may struggle. But look at what happens when you go against a quality team. If Arkansas had 2 more players available, 2 more scholarship players available, that game gets away from Alabama and Nate Oats. Because nothing ever changed. We never saw a change. We saw players make plays, but we never saw philosophy change against Arkansas. Take 2022 to 2023 defense production with this team, maybe, but still not confident. I said that. I say you take the 2022 and 23 team, the way that they played defense individually, right? Their team defense wasn't even great. They just played great individual on-ball defense. Even the team last year played better on-ball defense in spurts. That team would at least give you spurts, 4 to 6 minute stretches, 3 to 6 minute stretches where they would create turnovers, and be able to get baskets off of that. We didn't lose a lot of offensive rebounding battles, right? We didn't lose a lot of battles in the offensive rebounding game. Defensive rebounding has always been a problem in Nate Oats' system for some reason, right? Why haven't we found a system that gets us more chances at the rim? Right? Or why haven't we found a defensive philosophy that helps us be in the high volume, high tempo, dribble penetrate style offense, perimeter settling offense, right? I'm not saying that it's not a good system. I'm just saying it's not a championship system. It won't win. Alabama will not, as great as this Nate Oats tenure has been as far as collecting wins. This is not championship level basketball. And that's my argument. And that's what we're going to get into. I've seen a lot of comments on Twitter, and I'm going to go ahead and go to Twitter and start pulling up some of these replies from some of you goofies that swear you don't watch my content or pay attention to what I'm doing. But every time I post something, I see the views continue to grow and grow and grow. Keep eavesdropping. Keep rubbernecking like your boy Potato Head used to say. And they're rubbernecking. Oh, Florida did something good. They got that Teddy Bridgewater act. They could fund their own teams. All right, here we go. And then to the weirdos like this guy. Let me see. Where's the original? I thought I bookmarked these so I could be strategic about how I address these goofies. All right, let's go with the original post that got them all wired up and stuff, all hot and bothered. And it's really, to me, it's really the fans that you can look at their profiles and tell they don't know basketball at all. All right, so here we go. I think I'm getting closer. Where is it? All right, here you go. Here goes the original post. Let me screen share. And I don't have up right now. And let me know if I'm screening. What's up, Jason? Just doing a little check-in stream and talking some debate with these different type of fans. I ain't gonna say goofies no more. I gotta find another word than goofy, chat. All right, so let me zoom in. I wish Jordan was up so he could jump in and do this. All right, so this was my original post. I said, y'all keep on hyping Nate Oats and his live by the three, die by the three, win bunch of regular season games when legs are fresh, but can't conjure up a half-court offensive set to save his life. For those casual basketball fans that don't understand quality basketball, you're satisfied now. Watch what happens during conference tourney time and March Madness when quality, well-coached teams who give effort on both ends play team defense and have more than one inbound and don't mind playing. One inbound play is what I meant. And don't mind playing a slow tempo because we commit more fouls and have more turnovers more turnovers than forced turnovers. All right, that was just against the game. I think that was the game against I want to say Mississippi State. I can't remember what game that was, but I started right. And then this guy comes in. Maybe it's not the fans that are hyping him up. Maybe it's because the man has took us further than this basketball program has ever seen. Maybe we need. See, this is what I mean about dumb fans that move the goalpost to try to create an argument. They want arguments. How do you get me saying that he's hyped up and talking about how the philosophy has been proven over the years? Every year we've seen when this is not a hot shooting team, they cannot win defensively. They can't win with rebounds. They don't know how to operate effectively in half court sets. How many times? How does that go from maybe it's not the fans that are hyping up, but you didn't say anything about anything that I addressed, but you automatically assume that I want to say fire Nate Oats. See, that's where your arguments start to get stupid. Fans on Twitter that keep coming for me and trying to make these dumb points that I didn't deny that he's not winning the most games. I didn't deny that he hasn't taken Alabama basketball further than it's ever been. I am making the simple statement and the argument that his philosophy will not win a championship. It is not sustainable. It will not last until the final game of the season and be playing for a championship if he doesn't change and make a few more adjustments. There's a few more comments I want to get to under this post. And once again, Luke Robinson comes in and says, haven't we been to the Final Four and the Elite Eight the last 2 years? What does that mean? Is that a championship? Nobody wants to acknowledge the fact that we're talking about a championship. I want to see this team with all the talent that we have. Y'all don't think Alabama has had talented enough teams with as much winning as we have done over the past 3 or 4 years? You don't think they've had enough talent to compete and win a national championship? Go and win it all? Isn't that the goal? But then you got people that come in and do stupid like look. You see what I'm saying? Like Hank Richards, Blue Collar Hank, a troll page. Caleb King come in. Please don't tell me you know more about basketball than Nate Oats. I feel like I do, Caleb. Fairweather fan Caleb. I remember you used to come around here. I believe I do. And just because I haven't played or coached at the level don't mean I don't. You got a lot of people that have been to jail, prison. We're projected to be first round draft picks. You have first round draft picks that have played in the NBA, have been bust. Do that make them great coaches or great knowledge people that have knowledge of the game? No. So when y'all come at me about because of where I'm sitting at and my point and my take on the game, it don't take. Listen, your contract with Alabama don't make you a good coach. It really doesn't. Alabama had an agenda. They had a business need they wanted to fit, and you fit that agenda for the moment in time. That doesn't mean you're a great coach. Now, what you've been able to do has been great, but your philosophy is flawed. It's easy to, bro. I could take who do we just play? I could take that 7-man Arkansas team, and we would have slowed that game down. We would have kept attacking Aiden Sherrill, who's not disciplined in the paint. That's your only big that you got to count on to protect the rim. Oh yeah. And then you gave up 49 points to a guard. You gave up 100 points between 3 players against Arkansas, who only had 7 scholarship players available. And people want to argue that was a good game. And then this goofy comes on and said, I agree. Fire Nate Oatmeal. I didn't say fire him. I didn't say fire him. Nate Oats, there's nothing exciting about Nate Oats. Caleb King, our fair weather football fan. Haven't seen you around in a while since Indiana lost. I love how people try to jump in these conversations on these posts. And for people to say that nobody likes you or pays attention, 57,000 people have viewed this content, right? I don't care about likes. If it was about likes, then I would be selling out like a lot of these other channels. I don't care about the likes. I'm gonna speak some real about some sports. That's what I'm gonna do. Say what you want. Another 1.7K likes. You sitting there talking about nobody watch me. 1.7K. He can keep winning. This is another statement I made. He can keep winning the regular season and padding numbers against lesser comp during the season and jump out to 17-1 starts. But what's happening in the big games? How many tournament appearances? Final four appearances. I mean, y'all act like Bruce Pearl wasn't the last coach to bring basketball and Natty to the state. And when I say that, you remember Auburn making that last push under Pearl. That was their Natty. They was screaming about Natty. That was a sarcastic statement for the ones that went over your head. They felt like they were the best thing that hit Alabama in basketball since shoestrings. So that's what I was referring to. My guy Grizzlies on top wants my attention so bad. Here goes your moment of fame. Grizzlies on top. I don't even know how you even talking Bama basketball. You're a Grizzlies fan. Shut the hell up. Stick to football analysis. We've been on one of the top programs for the last 3 to 4 years. 3 Sweet 16s, 2 Elite Eights, and a Final Four. Only a couple others have a resume that stacks up to that. Coach Oats is legit. I'll bet money he'll bring one natty here before it's all said and done. Not if he keep coaching like this. And this is another irrelevant statement that you're making. I didn't deny anything about his previous accomplishments. I said, once again, for you goofies that do not read and can't listen, right? The philosophy will not win a national championship. The philosophy will not win him a basketball championship. It will not. If there's something, let's say the players go out the night before the national championship game, right? And he loses his top scorer. He can't rely. He doesn't have a plan 1A or 1B to say, all right, this is how we suffice and we fix or we replace this. He doesn't have that. LeBaron Filing goes down. Every other team in the country sees it and can make us look like we're missing a LeBaron Filing. You go out and you give Aiden Holloway all this money. What has he done consistently production-wise to give your backcourt any type of quality play? I see us getting hype about all these players that we bring in and the potential. But who has truly developed under Nate Oats on either side of the ball, offensively or defensively? You can't say Mark Sears. He was a scorer. He was a drive penetrate guy. He could create his own shot. You can't say LeBaron Fowler. You've seen these guys come from high school and literally come in Nate's Oats system and not necessarily flourish, not necessarily grow, but they've just been consistently being who they are. Has he fielded a team that when you put him on the floor, is like, we have to stop this, and this? No. Every time you game plan against Nate Oats, and this has been in the midst of all this winning, when you game plan against him, if you take away that number one option or if you take away a option, it's gone. I like the way North Carolina and Duke played a couple weeks ago. I want to say that was last week. I love the way that you could see the in-game adjustments. As much as those two big name players, Caleb and the other young man for Duke was being talked about, there were 4 or 5 other players that you can go and look at that game and be like, this player impacted the game this way, this player. You see it because there's an understanding in philosophy. There's an understanding in execution. Alabama doesn't have that. We don't display that. Now here's another statement. Somebody on Barnes, I guess he talks Bama sports, right? God bless you for being a Christian, but you dumb as too. You dumb as hell too. You dumb as hell too. Hey, Coach Smook, please tell me how this is possible. 117 points on 10 made threes. Tough night for the live and die by 3 crew. All right, let's go look at that. Let's look at those stats. Because you just made an irrelevant statement that helps my point. It helps my point. Let's go to it. NCAA scores. Go to the scores from yesterday. Alabama Alabama, Arkansas. And like I said, y'all, if I'm not reading your comments, it's because I'm on a different screen right now. We're going to get the comments. Y'all save some comments up, Mary J. and Amanda. Double overtime, might I add, when we get into this. Box score. Let's get into the box score. Just looking at the total shot attempts, right? Total shot attempts. And mind you, Arkansas is one of the better perimeter defending teams in the league. All right. We went 10 of 29, 34%, right there at the bottom of the number you want to be hitting when you're taking this amount of volume of threes. You want to always be in that 35 to 38% percentile. You at 34%, right? You went 40 to 71 from total field goal, 27 to 34 once again. A bad shooting night from the guards. We saw Latrell Wright miss 2 big free throws that could have sealed the game in regulation, right? Still not getting quality guard play from the bench. When you're talking about turnover to assist ratio, look at our turnovers. We had 12 total turnovers in the game. And we was only able to force 7 against a team that was undermanned, playing with 7 scholarship players, right? One of their top guards went out with foul trouble in the second half, and we couldn't ramp up the turnovers. We couldn't ramp up defensive pressure to create turnovers and give us more offensive possessions. And people are still trying to make this argument with me that this system is going to be able to win a championship. No, it's not. Not if you don't go and get guys or make guys that you have. Look at what we have on roster, chat. I'm gonna just let me go to the Alabama roster. I want y'all to look at the roster and the size and the heights of some of these players. For us to say that we don't have a big in today's day and age with the perimeter game, the free flow of ball, positionless basketball, your 6'9" plus guys, those are your bigs. You don't see a lot of 7-footers being utilized in the game of basketball. And if they are, they're being surrounded by 4 guard-like assets, whether that big guard, 6'8" guards, or the small guards, your traditional 6'1" to 6'5" guards. You don't see the old traditional lineups no more. So for what this system wants to do, you want to be up-tempo, drive, penetrate, kick out, right? Analytics, we want to get high volumes. We want to play the numbers. We want to get shots up quick, a lot of shots up, quicker in the shot clock, in the play clock, right? The shot clock. We want to get those shots up. We want to push tempo. Look at the assets available. You got 6'10" Tyler Bowen. Bristow hasn't been a factor. He's not actually playing this season. So Jimson, another 6'8" forward, but big man, that play primarily could give you some assets down low. You got Mallet, who's, to me, has been playing more like a positionless ball player. Gets you a lot of activity on the boards. But look at these centers. On JK, we haven't seen them, right? Not healthy, if I'm not mistaken. You got Noah Williamson. Saw him have to get thrown into the game. Why haven't we? I mean, some of these are bodies. You've been playing Aiden Sherrill, the heavy minutes that you've been playing him, but he's not able to stay on the floor. You're not developing guys in this system. How do you have the athleticism of London Jamison, who came in last game against Arkansas and played some huge minutes, right? Made some key 50-50 plays. Amari Allen, one of your guys, and these are freshmen. These are freshmen. You could be utilizing all of these skill sets to really give you some quality balance, but you rather have 68% of your usage, on ball usage for LeVar Philon, who's been playing great, been playing lights out, but is that going to last into tournament time? Is it going to be able to last into, because Aiden Holloway is a one-stop, a one-trick pony right now. Not even a consistent version of that. He's not big enough to guard the other side of the ball. I mean, the opponent's guards for the most part. Very much undersized. He doesn't have lightness, quickness off with his first step. Doesn't play like Mark Sears. At least Mark Sears played the passing lanes aggressively. Aiden Holloway doesn't even play the passing lanes aggressively. So you have big man assets that you could be utilizing and developing in this scheme, but is not happening. Why is nobody talking about that? Everybody can talk about the amount of shots, the threes when it's hot, but nobody's talking about what happens when we play against quality teams. You still allow Arkansas to shoot 50% from 3-point line. You still allow Arkansas to shoot almost 50% from the field. You have no defensive presence. You only won the rebounding battle. Let's look at total rebounds. We got offensive rebounds and defensive rebounds. 15 offensive rebounds for Arkansas. Mind you, they only had 2 bigs the whole game. One fouled out. You only won the offensive rebound. You lost the offensive rebounding battle, Alabama. And then defensive rebounds, they were able to have 21 defensive rebounds, right? You won that battle by 10, but that was you won that. You went up +7 over the 2 overtimes. You were down -3 at the end of regulation. Or was it? Yeah, +7. You're down -3 at the end of regulation. So it's not a sustainable system. None of these numbers say without hot shooting. If that's all you want to bank on for all you basketball heads, is a team being hot shooting, then you're not going to win many games. You can have an off night and still play good quality game because it could be good shots. They're not falling. If you look at let's highlight that too as I continue to just kind of just spill everything out as it's running. How many quality shots are we getting up in these 71 attempts? How many quality shots are there out of these 40 makes? Because there was an opportunity for Alabama to finish the game against Arkansas at the end of regulation, but because of the lack of execution in the half-court sets, like I've been saying, you shoot an air ball. Come on, man. We shoot an air ball. That's the last shot you get to close out the game. But that's what you all want. That's what Alabama fans say is going to win the national championship, right? I would love to coach against that. Give me a decent squad, and I'm cooking Nate Oats. Give me Arkansas from the other night, and one more healthy big. I'm cooking Nate Oats. Let me take a quick infomercial break, man, and then we'll be back. Once we come back, I'm gonna get into the comments and see what y'all boys, what y'all folks talking about in the chat, man. Let's get into it, man. If y'all haven't already, man, take an opportunity to join the AAA family, continue to support. It's crazy because we've lost 4 subscribers in the past week, but we've gotten 5-6 new members. So continue to support. Check this out. This is how you join the AAA family. Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel. Hold on one second. If you're serious about sports, you need more than just box scores. You need real insight. That's why Sports Info Solutions is the official partner of the Coach Smook Network. Sports Info Solutions is my go-to source for in-depth stat analysis, giving you the tools to truly understand player production, tendencies, and performance on a whole new level. From NFL, MLB to NBA, Sports Info Solutions delivers advanced data that helps fans, coaches, and analysts see the game behind the game. This isn't just stats, it's context. Looking ahead to the next generation of stars? Check out nfldraft.sportsinfosolutions.com for elite draft analysis and detailed prospect breakdown. Make it your new go-to stat tracker. Visit sportsinfosolutions.com today. Now let's get back in the game.
Remember, when you see me in the streets, holler at me. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook.
At Walk-On's Sports Bistro, the games are on, the food's delicious, and here you are always part of the team. Welcome to Walk-On Sports Bistro, where every day is game day. Whether it's a post-win celebration, drinks after work, or taking the fam for some made-from-scratch favorites, Walk-On's is your go-to for good times, craft beer and cocktails, and bold flavors for fans of all ages. From melty mozzarella logs to Hall of Fame level burgers. Stop by today or order online or in the app. Walk-On's Sports Bistro. Game on.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. 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 Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Yo. Yeah, we back. Hopefully y'all can hear everything good, man. And I'm just trying to make some adjustments, y'all. We trying to get everything reacquainted and set up for next week. The 23rd, we kick off once again the 23rd, which is Monday with our morning show. We'll be doing it to set up a little bit different, but we'll be doing a thing. All right, let's get into the comments, man. Let's see what y'all talking about, man. We got first comment. Gary Davis says, Nate Oats is not a championship coach yet, but he will get there. He made the Elite Eight 2 years ago, and last season he made the Final Four. Let's just hope that he makes and wins the Natty. With this philosophy, we're not. You can't win without defense. You can't win without some type of rim protection. And you got to be able to find balance on your offensive side. There will be teams that don't have assets or have the ability to run up and down the floor and play tempo ball, right? Now, the way that teams that do that, like the Phoenix Suns back in the early 2000s, mid 2000s with Steve Nash, Mark Stoudemire, Sean Marion, Joe Johnson. They just had a bunch of guys that can move like that. But teams that beat them had an inside presence. Yes, they had tempo. Yes, they had quick, fast pace. But anytime you slowed the game down and you could force them to miss 3 or 4 shots in a row, you saw the momentum swing. And that's been a consistent in basketball. Some coaches know that their team may not be the best scoring team, but they know that they can create better offense with defense. Most of your high-scoring teams, like the Golden State Warriors, they play great team defense. They're always in like the top 5, top 10 as far as the top defensive efficiency stats, right? You have your system to where the shot ratio, right? The volume of shots matches the type of possessions that you're creating. A lot of you goofies out there that keep talking about basketball and the system working, you won't even look at the fact that we average almost 1.8 times as many possessions, offensive possessions, as our opponents, right? Because 1, we give up more points, and 2, we don't capitalize on second chance opportunities. We don't have second chance opportunities. So when we go and shoot the ball, and they come back and they shoot and make one, we go down, we shoot the ball again, they come back and shoot. We're getting a lot of possessions and tries because of our lack of ability to create second chance points. Alabama is the number 4 or 5 team in the SEC as far as second chance points allows. So how many games can you go in the tournament play where around this time of the year, right? You're talking about 32 teams, 16 teams that have made it because of quality ball play. How many times can you get into those situations and expect to win with this philosophy when the numbers continue to play out against you? And we're talking about season averages, not even against just the SEC anymore. You're talking about against the rest of the pool. If everybody you're playing right now, and I'm talking about the top 10 teams, let's even go as far as let's say top 16. Alabama being ranked number 25. If you was to go and look at the statistics, our major or primary statistics, efficiency stats that play major factors into winning games or controlling games, I guarantee you Alabama is not in that top 15, top 16 percentile as far as what those numbers looks like. Case in point, turnovers, assist to turnover ratio, 3-point percentage compared to the amount of 3 points taken, right? Not completion, but make a percentage compared to the amount of shots attempted, the percentage of threes attempted out of total shots. So there's a lot of things when I'm talking about playing quality basketball and comparing how things look. You could turn the film on too. Look at Alabama's offense in the half-court sets. Anytime you give a defense the opportunity to keep all 5 sets of eyes on one person because you're not taking advantage of backdoor cuts or you're not getting ball action down screens off the ball, you're not getting off-ball screens or off-ball actions to create movement by the defense. One thing Coach Curry does with the women's team, when we get stagnant in offense, you can see where after the timeout, you see 3 or 4 possessions in succession, right? Consistent, like right there in order, where they will force a offensive set. And by the second or third time, you see quality production. You get good shots at the rim. We don't get that from Alabama. So my argument isn't that Nate Oats isn't a good coach. I think the philosophy is not a winning strategy. Continue to move the goalposts, though, as much as you want. I could keep freaking driving them these 65-yarders through. I got a golden leg. Somebody told me I got a third leg, too, but we ain't going to talk about that. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Y'all silly. Zach said, matchups are everything in tournament play. We have had favorable matchups to get to back-to-back Elite 8 rounds. I will say that. We have had teams with multiple scoring threats, right? And when they're hot, it all looks good. It all looks good when it's hot. But I think I saw a comment by Jordan. Here you go. I've been saying it all season. Championship teams can beat you multiple ways. This Alabama team can beat you only one way. You have to be able to win. Uh-oh. I got Lucky in here, y'all. Hold on. Y'all want to see Lucky? Oh, don't be Lucky. Lucky. This little cousin. It's my little cousin, y'all. Y'all want to meet Lucky? My little cousin. Hold on. Lucky, stay roll tide. Stay roll tide. Y'all want to see? Hold up. Okay, hold up. Gotta meet Lucky. This is why y'all like my show. Authenticity above all. Hold on, I gotta put my headphones in, make sure I'm still being heard. He right here. Look, yeah. Look. Oh, no, he ain't. That's that right there. All right. Y'all see Lucky? Yeah, they see you, boy. Hey, get the comment off the screen for me. Look, y'all. Look at him. They roll tide. Y'all heard him? Look at that roll tide. Lucky from Huntsville, Alabama. He's a real Bama fan. He ain't. What? Oh, he from Tennessee? Oh, he from Tennessee, but he a Bama fan. Mm-hmm. All right, go outside, Lucky. You're old man already, y'all. Look, Lucky, my dude, man. Can't wait to. Y'all know my boy Boss, man. But yeah, roll tide. Yeah, I was running after the dog, man. But yeah, I'll say this, chat. When it comes to Bama basketball, there's a lot of flaws. I feel like, and I don't care what none of y'all have to say when it comes to like. Y'all love to try to pull this a fake coach, man, just check my resume. I don't have nothing to prove to y'all. You can Google my real name and see where I've coached at. Like it's really I've coached. And you go home to where I'm from, you will see why we are so knowledgeable. Phoenix City is a talent pool it's a talent bed for talent, like football, basketball. The level of competition that you grow up playing against, being a student at Russell County or Central in the state of Alabama, there are players at NFL, NBA level right now from the state of Alabama that I played against on a week in, week out basis. And they're not all big names, but they quality guys. And then the coaches, the amount of winning that these coaches have done at multiple levels. I played against coaches that coached, or I played for coaches that coached at the D1 level, you know, and I played against coaches that coached at the D1 level. I played for coaches that played at the D1 level. I played against a coach that played in the NBA. Like, these are all things that we built. I've learned over the years. Not to mention that I just come from a family of quality athletes. I got a cousin that won a Super Bowl. You know, I got two cousins that went and played overseas ball. One played G League. You know, and like, these are things that we grew up learning when it came to basic basketball. And what Nate Oats does offensively, yes, is attractive. Yes, it's fun when it's hot. But what happens when you got to go with plan B? Do you have a plan B? I don't think Nate Oats got a plan B, chat. Who's saying you're not a real coach? Haters be on one. Man, listen, they just say what they want to say, man. It's funny when I have former players and current coaches. One that I like to highlight is when, you know, we had Coach Teague on here last season, and he brought up the comment that he acknowledged somebody had said on Twitter, and he acknowledged it like on his own. It was like, it's funny that people try to come at you for your philosophy about what you said about Alabama's offensive line and what they're doing. But then they turn around and they check into Teague's take, film breakdown, and I'm saying the same thing you're saying, but I'm George Teague, so yeah, it's cool. He said that's the problem with social media coverage, even in recruiting. You'll have a kid that is not going to a rival's camp, doesn't have any aspirations of going to a rival camp, and he can be the best linebacker in the class, but because he doesn't go to rival, or because Andrew Bone doesn't write about him, he's not a legit 5-star. That's where a lot of y'all were looking stupid when y'all called me out for saying La'Shair Brooks was going to be the next big wide receiver at Alabama. No, Ryan Williams, man, please. La'Shair Brooks. I had been saying it before Ryan Williams got on campus. I've been watching Ryan Williams since he was in 8th grade. There has been no change in his dynamic. That's all you can say about him. You can't say he has the best hands. You can't say he's the fastest. You can't say he's the strongest. You can't say he's he's dynamic with the ball in his hands. But when you talk about as a wide receiver, what I could develop with, how I could utilize somebody in multiple facets and count on them to be productive, that's what you're getting from La'Shair Brooks. So when it comes to basketball, it's easy for me because this is what I do. I get out on the court right now and school a lot of y'all in these that be talking crazy. Like while I'm hooping. And I ain't picked up a ball in years. Like, seriously, I think the last time I was hooping was when I was in Atlanta. What it was, last year? I was going to the gym running a few half-court pickup games, but nothing serious, not like working on my game. So when it comes to breaking down this stuff, like, say what you want, have your opinion, but don't attack my work, or don't attack what I've done to get to this point to understand. Some of y'all just be saying stuff. We won games. How did you win them? Winning is good. I'm not taking nothing away from a win. But if we're barely winning all the time, how comfortable does it feel? Y'all literally criticized Coach Kalen DeBoer for winning football games in y'all mind that we were supposed to decisively win, and we win in close games. Y'all criticized Kalen DeBoer and his staff for winning close games, and neglecting the fact that there's other talented teams out there that it requires a collective effort of different things working together. But then you'll give credit for Nate Oats, Alabama winning, and giving Nate Oats the credit when I didn't see him make a play call at LeBaron Fallon, put LeBaron Fallon in position to win. I saw LeBaron Fallon and Aiden Sherrill making plays the other night against an undermanned Arkansas squad. I saw Arkansas coach really make some adjustments to be able to have both your bigs in foul trouble that early in the second half And then to have one of them go out with what, 2 minutes left? You were still down. You were behind, and then to come back tied up and force 2 overtimes in the game, having to play 3 non-scholarship players. Come on, man. And you lose by 2. That's quality coaching. That's a loss, but it's quality coaching. Let's flip the script real quick before I take that off the screen real quick. Let's flip the script real quick before I get to Tim. I'm gonna ask this question: If the roles were reversed, right? If John Calipari had Alabama's roster this year, and Nate Oats had Arkansas roster this year, with the philosophies in place, how does that game look? How did that game look? Because Calipari was at Kentucky for how long? How many national championships did they win? Right? You come over to Arkansas and look what he's done at Arkansas in 2 years? 2 years he's been there, 3 years now? You're talking about an Arkansas team undermanned, played with 7 scholarship players, and forced a ranked Alabama team to 2 overtimes on the road. They had 3 players combined for a total of 119 points, or 112 points, I think it was. 3 players. And we're excited about Nate Oats' philosophy. That means if we play against a North Carolina that has 4 assets that can really create their own shots, 5. They got a big that don't mind banging in them. Gonzaga, UConn, all these quality teams that play big in the paint. And the area where we struggle, defending the paint, scoring in the paint, competing in the rebound. We're supposed to expect our shooting to level that out. It doesn't work like that, chat. Other teams play quality defense. We are not one. We are at the bottom when it comes to defensive efficiency stats. We're one of the worst teams. Second year with Coach Cal. And this Arkansas team is taking a ranked Alabama. And this Arkansas team still has tournament aspirations. It's not like Alabama's conference record is the best. Give me that Tim Brooks comment again. Tim Brooks says Oats wants to spread the floor for his guards to work the paint and mid-range and put his shooters in the corner. I see what he's trying to do, but he got to get his bench up to par for quality reps. Tim Brooks, I see what he's trying to do now. I see what I've been seeing what he's trying to do. There's nothing wrong with that philosophy. You have to have ball movement. You have to have off-screen ball movement. You can spread around the perimeter, but there should be some type of action going across that baseline to make the defense move. You're not going to get any quality shots consistently when you're spreading the floor and you're allowing the 5 defenders, five sets of eyes to be on the ball handle. You're not forcing any off-ball defense. You're not forcing the defense to play lanes. And then that's another thing. We're so careless with the ball. Our handoffs in some of the high screen and roll or the pick and pop actions, it's lazy. We average like 6 turnovers a game just by handoff passes. So just the mentality around the philosophy in itself makes you laid back. You don't play intense. Quality shots is not quality shots. Quantity is the mission. The way that they play, quality is not. Quantity is. That's not championship ball. I understand it's fun to experience some wins. Bama basketball fans, we haven't had that in our history for a long time, right? I understand to be excited about anything. You know what though? This is where I contribute. This is how I compare it, right? Some of you, man, I wouldn't stand on I wouldn't stand on Calipari over one game. He still lost. Dude has done less with more for years. One natty with all that NBA talent. You forget what era Calipari came up in. We talking about Coach K. We talking about Roy up at North Carolina. We talking about what's the name was up at UConn for years. Georgetown. This ain't a Cal probably be the GOAT of this new era of college coaches. As much hype as Nate Oats was getting and all these other coaches, Cap is going to be the OG that sticks around and is going to resurrect this. Man, you just got to see how they played the other night against Bama. And it's not saying much, when your team does that against a team that struggles defensively, right? My Bama squad has struggled defensively for years under Nate Oats. Like everybody keeps reiterating, 2022, 2023, there's a lot of individual defensive effort. Nothing schematically that was taught to them. I think players just played better on ball defense. They worked a little bit better together. That's it. A lot better rim protection, just awareness. You had dudes that knew what they were doing around the rim. Man, please. No, he didn't. Not UNC, not Duke. And then most of them was one and dones. Most of them was one and dones, man. Show me a year where Cal kept a top five roster, a top five roster that he brought in where it stayed more than 2 years. It wasn't there. It hasn't been. But back to Bama, should we run the offense through our bigs more? I don't think so. I think you allow the same usage that you have with Fylon keeping the ball in his hands because he moves with the ball. It's not like he's just standing still. It's not like he's not doing his part. It's just what do you have designed around that to make it effective? We don't see it. It's not effective. It's not consistent. Too many times we see a ball get dribbled down into a short corner or into an adverse spot on the floor, and then that's where it gets lost at. That's where it stops. That's where it stops. No, I wouldn't even say 2020 and 21, Zach. Effort isn't everything. It helps a lot, but it isn't everything. You're talking about total execution statistically, having consistent presence around the rim, attacking the rim, balance on offense with the amount of volume, the tempo that we play with. Even the scoring spread was more spread out. You had 18, 14, 12 with your top scorers. Defensive and offensive efficiency stats were in the top 10 that year. You had balance. Not very many games where you saw 40-plus three-point attempts, right? Didn't see that. Still was averaging like 25, 30 attempts, but 40, close to 40, that's not quality basketball. I don't care who you are, especially when you only hit them at a 28% clip. I mean, to each his own. I'd rather have consistency. I'd rather maximize each possession. Create. I got it, Amanda. Create opportunities to build on. As far as like, if you come down and you hit, you get a shot at the basket, you make it, right? You get another shot at the basket and you miss it, but you get an offensive rebound. Your reset shouldn't be reset and look for a three under 3 seconds. Your reset should be attack the rim again and force them to be sucked into the paint so you can create space on the perimeter and get better shots. (2022, 2021), look at the schedule on that year too. Look at the offenses we faced. This is why I say, like, everybody likes to try to compare year to year. The difference between basketball and football is basketball, the consistencies are going to show. The consistencies are going to show year in and year out. If you don't go and get a defensive sound player or develop a defensive sound asset, skill set in the player, it's going to show up on the statistics. And Nate Oats has yet to do that. So the year that he didn't go out and get defensive presence or defensive-minded presence for the interior, we've struggled. Like this year, Aiden Sherrill does not have a defensive presence on the in the interior. As tall as some of these guys are, Tyler Bowl and Noah Williamson, there's no defensive presence, and we're not even playing those bigs enough, in my opinion. I think Noah played 4 minutes the other night. Oh boy, is he still hurt? Only played 10 minutes. You playing 8 guards, 6 guards a night. It's just, I don't know. Just to get up, how many threes? 30 threes a game, 35 threes a game, and only hit 10, 12 of them. To lose the offensive rebounding battle. Like, if you're going to be shooting all them threes, don't you want to have assets in place to try to create second chance opportunities to shoot more threes? That's what you're going to do? Why do we don't have a... I'm just saying, it's a conversation to be had. But hey, let me know how this stream went, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and close out. We gotta I just want to see if we was gonna be able to make a good hour. I'm gonna come back with some more takes on this Bama basketball. But y'all leave some comments in the chat. Let me know. Do y'all feel like Nate Oats' philosophy is going to help us win? And this is just, I didn't want to bring out numbers because I didn't have many people debating in the chat tonight. But best believe, when we continue to talk about this over the next coming weeks as March Madness gets ready to pull up, just remember, I said a lot of this stuff. There's going to be a team that will body us because we don't like to take care of the paint. We don't like to force it in the paint. We don't like to force shots at the rim and force other teams into situations to where they got to guard us and guard every inch of the floor. I don't think Nate Oats has had the defense. I don't think he's put enough effort into the defense. Maybe I'm misunderstanding what you're saying, Zach, but that's been the biggest issue with Nate Oats' philosophy. Coming to even being hired, never had a real defensive strategy that complemented his offensive philosophy. So we disagree on that. I think he's had more offensive assets and just never took full control of them, never maximized, never developed bigs in his system. And then I don't even want to get into it because I might stay live for another 30 minutes. For him to even want to have Bediako come back was crazy. If that didn't tell y'all that for me with Nate Oats, I lost a lot of respect. I wouldn't even been an advocate to bring Bediako back. I wouldn't have. This ain't like the players overseas that play pro ball from age 14 until they're eligible to be a collegiate athlete at, the year they're turning 18. Right? That's the difference. You got overseas players that play professional ball from the age 13, 14. Overseas, they're able to get money and all that stuff. And then they come over to the NCAA, right? And they're 19 or 20 years old. They've already been playing professional ball, but they haven't played against the collegiate ranks of what is required to get into the NBA. Some of them come over and actually get education, right? Some of them come over and they use the collegiate ranks to make sure, to test their abilities. And that's why you see a lot of those overseas guys coming over, playing that 1 year ball. Maybe most of them coming over and developing 2 years. And they go to the league. They're the ones getting the big contracts. They're the ones getting those first round draft picks, getting those second and third, fourth contracts in the NBA right now. So, and it's not because they're 6'10" guys are shooting 43s a game. They're great ball handlers. They're great distributors. They're great rebounders. Kick out outlet passes. That's becoming an art. We don't have that. How many breaks do we see where we're grabbing a board and kicking it out and beating the defense back for an open shot at the rim? I just don't see it. So I'm sitting here thinking, y'all, I think we might come back live Saturday or Friday night. I'm not sure. Friday night or Saturday, tomorrow night or Saturday. Not sure, but y'all continue to tap in, man. This is where we'll be doing the next 2 weeks of stream. We'll be setting this area up to get it a little bit more presentation friendly, but I appreciate y'all for tapping in tonight. We had some numbers tonight, y'all. Appreciate y'all for coming in. I know we were kind of light on the crowd. 15 likes on the stream. Wish we could get on. Well, we will once we get back to the morning show, get on our regular schedule. But y'all got to continue to share the content out, man. Continue to show your support and continue to run the likes up. And don't forget, man, you got an opportunity to support the network at a greater level. Think about becoming a member of the AAA family. And if you haven't already, make sure you go follow our other pages at Coach Smook Reacts. We're gonna be recording some videos tonight to post on the React. Well, we'll be editing some videos to post on the Reacts channel throughout all next week. We'll be and then also the Coach Smook Gaming. I got a little content series I'm about to be bringing to y'all in the summer. In the summer, we'll be bringing that. So I think y'all gonna like that. Be on the lookout for a lot of things happening with the CSN, man. And AAA family, I appreciate y'all. Remember, what's up, Melvin? Good to see you in the chat, my brother. Remember, y'all, when you see me in the streets, holler at me and say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be blessed, man. All right, family, that's going to do it for today's show here on the Coach Smook Network. Once again, I'm your host, Coach Smook, your favorite Alabama insider and sports media personality. And I truly appreciate every one of you for rocking with us today. Before you head out, make sure you like this video, share it with somebody who needs to be a part of this conversation. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so you stay locked in with everything we've got coming your way. We're trying to reach some goals here. And if you believe in what we're building here, I encourage you to take that next step and become a member of the AAA family. Remember, our mantra is authenticity above all. This community is built on real conversations and real insight and real information surrounding sports entertainment. Your membership directly supports the growth of the Coach Smook Network, and every hard-earned dollar contributed is not only appreciated, it's paid for through our monthly contributions to community health and awareness organizations. So you're not just supporting a YouTube channel, you're supporting a cause. Also, don't forget to check out the Coach Smook merch. We've got hats, t-shirts, hoodies, and more. It's a great way to show love and support for the network and rep the brand wherever you go. You can find the merch link in our main YouTube page and in the description. Put me in the game, coach. And if you want to stay connected and get more involved with the community, be sure to join the Discord. Just type the command in the live chat or head over to our main YouTube page and click the Linktree link in the description. You can also stay connected with us directly for collaborations, appearances, community service opportunities, and business inquiries by emailing us at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com. Our staff will respond in a timely manner. And for those who want to show additional love, you can always donate directly to the Coach Smook Network through Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App. Every bit of support helps us continue to grow and elevate this platform. We also want to send a huge thank you to our sponsors and partners: Walk On Sports Bistro, Sports Info Solutions, Helping Hands LLC, Men of Standard Executive Security, Goomba Bully Killnos, and most of all, the AAA family. None of this is possible without you. Once again, thank you for all your support, the energy, and the authenticity you bring to this space. Until next time, family, stay safe, stay locked in, and when you see me in the streets, holla at me and say, "Put me in the game, Coach Smook." Catch you on the next one.
Crimson in my veins, talking Bama in the microphone. Look me up on YouTube. True cut, straight from the stone. Ain't no selling their retails, I'm exposing what they want. Alabama football, yeah, I live it, yeah, I bleed it. From the streets to the bleachers, every angle, yeah, I see it. Film studies so militant, I ain't guessing a thing. Break it down, every snap is like a coach in the team. Authenticity above all, that's where I stand. If you ain't a real fan, you'll fail with the fan. They tried to box me in, and I keep it though off the frame. Turn the pressure into power, put my stamp on the game. Put me in the game, coach, in the game. Put me in the game, coach, Smook, that's what they saying. Put me in the game, coach, in the game. Put me in the game, coach, that's what they saying.
Players and the staff are pulling up right now for today's scrimmage. Coach David Ballou in the front. Y'all can see everybody pulling up, man. And boys over there, look at Deontay.
Hey, I'm walking out of Walmart. Check, what's your name, bro?
Man, my name Michael McKinney, man. I'm a true Alabama fan, and this man does a good job on his podcast,
What's up, bro?
reviewing Alabama football.